Hey guys, I'm glad y'all all here. I know that we have quite a few people in the chat. Oh, what just happened? I don't know what I just did. I just did something. What did I do? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Um, I got to get it where I can see Kara, and I can't. Uh-oh. Hmm. See, look, people. See, I go touching something on my stuff and I disappear. I disappear stuff. All right. I apologize. I'll be right back in. I don't know what this has done. This has done something strange.
Well, hello, everybody. Um, if you were here the last couple of weeks, you saw me working on this piece. It's a Christmas piece, and I have worked on it some more this week. I did a watercolor base, the pine needles of all the tree, very loosely, and then the darkness behind them, where here I have started adding colored pencil on top of the blue. Started working more on the ornaments. Did a little bit of tabletop down here. So I'm progressing. I hope to have it very close to finish by next week, by the finale here. So I'll be working on it during the show here. And the bubble lights that we talked about, I've got them drawn in. I have to figure out what colors to make them. And then once I get all the pine needles in there, I'll do some indications of some wire, but I don't want the wire to be real obvious going from light to light, just a few little bits of wire sticking through the needles of the tree. And then behind the dragons, Christmas packages. And as I talked about last week, I like to do contrasting colors behind the dragons, especially their faces. Here, I've got the nice dark, which was making his head kind of pop off the page. This package back here will probably have a lot of red in it, but it's going to have a Christmas design or pattern to it. I haven't quite figured that out yet. So I will get there.
Oh my gosh, you've gotten so much done on that. I'm sorry. I don't know what had happened. It did something strange, and so I had to go fix it. I'm glad that it didn't lose you though, so thank goodness. I do want to say real quick, guys. Chances are, and I've already talked to Randall and I talked to Kara when she comes back in here. I have been sick for a little while, and I'm extremely. I've been getting these dizzy spells as well as just being sick. So I might not be talking a lot tonight. I've asked Randall and Kara to pretty much kind of take over for me, as far as like I'm still going to make comments. Please don't think that. It's just who I was not going to cancel the live, obviously, because this is very important, and I would never cancel. I told y'all I will crawl through a desert if I have a live with Randall, because I'm not ever canceling that. And I've been so excited seeing what all that he's got. So y'all, please forgive me if my screen, if I do end up going dark or you just see me kind of hiding. It's not that I'm hiding, it's just, staying upright, but I wanted to make sure that this live still happened. Thank you guys so much for all the well wishes. I'm not sure what's happening, but I wasn't going to cancel this. But looks like that my partner is in the waiting room. Let me bring her in, because she is definitely going to be major help. Kara, can we hear you?
Yes. Can you hear
There
me?
we go.
Yes.
Yes.
Hello, Randall. How are you?
Hi, Karen. Doing good.
I'm in trouble with my husband because of you.
Oh, no. Oh, did you get one of the Black Friday pieces?
Yes, I did. I bet you can guess which one I got. I couldn't get the house because it sold out too fast, but the one the one I've been waiting for. This was the one. I said, if this ever comes out, it is mine. It's springtime showers. It's the dragon in the shower.
Okay.
I love that
Yes.
one. And I saw
thank
it and went, that's a must have. I've got to have it. So, yep, I got it.
Yeah, I managed to get that one before it sold out. I just could not get my little fingers on, was it called Spring Encounters? The house.
Spring Splendor.
Springtime Splendor. Yes.
Yeah.
I tried, and someone stole it out my cart.
A lot of people got wasn't able to get either, sold out too fast. I know, it's crazy. Brandy and I were up, 2:00 in the morning, our time, going, please, because the wheels going around and you've put in to buy and you're like, please, let me get what I want. So yeah, it was a crazy time at 2 a.m.
Wow.
But it was fun.
I've never tuned in or tried to buy anything there, so I'm not quite sure how it all works.
They send you a link, or they did Cyber Monday and released 25 more. And so they released all those because sometimes they'll let, like, there are tiers in Diamond Art Club. If you spend a certain amount, you get to, they name the gemstone that you are, like emerald, ruby, diamond. And so for Black Friday, if you are a diamond member, the top tier, which means you spend absolutely too much money at Diamond Art Club, which guilty. So they give you a special link to get in there first, but even getting in there first, and then if you miss it, you can go back. They release to the general population later. So they released at 12:00 Pacific, 2:00 our time, and then they released again to the general public at 6 a.m. Pacific, 8:00 our time. And it sold out quick both times. I mean, if you didn't get in there and just ready to go, you weren't going to get it.
I did not know that's how it worked. Interesting.
It's a frenzy. Yes.
Yeah, you may not be fighting people in person, but you're definitely fighting that, the cart snatching. At least it's not as violent as in person, but it still feels just as violent when they tell you that what was in your cart is gone, that you wanted, and you're like, no. And you can't even identify who the person that snatched it out of your cart was.
No,
because they don't even know they cart snatched
it. You don't know.
But I will say this. I want to make this announcement real quick. Guys, in the Draglings and Books Facebook page, I had this question and I meant to answer it, and I apologize I haven't yet. Someone asked, how long are we keeping the post open for? I forgot to put y'all, I was sick last night and I forgot to put the post up for the last
week
thing for y'all to put in. I will do that right after the live. I will put up the post so you can put your last progress/finish pictures in. But the post where you can enter, if you want to enter into to be on the video, your picture to be on the video, I am leaving that up until the 30th. So I'm not closing that until the end of the event, because I want everybody to have an opportunity to get their picture that they want. If they want to show, if you want your picture shown of what you've done on your Spangler, finished, unfinished, whatever, in a parade, a Spangler parade, that's going to stay open until the last day of the month, which I think is the 30th. I don't know.
Okay. And let me ask you, Brandy, let me ask you real quick. This week, do you want to do the whip and chat? Do you want me to do the whip and chat? And then we can give away the last on the grand prize when we're on next week to do the grand prize. We can give away 2 prizes. How do you want to do that?
Would it be too much to ask if you could do that whip and chat?
I'll do it. Yeah, I'll do it Wednesday. Okay, so guys, I will do the whip and chat this Wednesday. I will put it up in the day. I normally do whip and chats in the afternoon, so I'll get that put up. Comment on the whip and chat. I'll tell you something to comment on the whip and chat. Comment on it. And then when we give away the grand prizes next Monday night on Brandy's channel, same time, same bat channel, we will give away 2 DP with Sparklers gift cards. So all you have to do is comment once on my Whip and Chat, and we'll give away those 2 DP with Sparklers gift cards. So,
And I'm sorry
this,
for being bad
right.
on doing a whip and chat.
let Randall's showing them what they can win.
Yes.
Yeah, this is the grand prize. It's original drawing. It's called Diamonds Are a Dragling's Best Friend. And of course, the two draglings with a diamond pattern behind them. It's done the same way I'm doing my artwork now. Watercolor and colored pencil, and this will be the grand prize, framed and everything. And I will sign it on the back. I don't have the wire and the signature yet, but it will be signed.
And you know, guys, again, this is a big, big prize because again, this is a one of a kind. You're never gonna see that again. So that's huge. And thank you so much for doing that. That's amazing. And somebody's going to be very, very lucky to get that. So that is awesome.
I know anybody who gets that, because I can tell you, I value mine. I know Kara values hers. Like, you know, if something were to ever happen to this house, I can already tell you, granted, I'd want to grab my diamond paintings, but that would be the first thing that gets grabbed. So,
yeah.
You know,
I
and
don't know how many of you remember or watched the July event, but the winner, you know, we draw a total from random, the grand prize winner. I pick a number and they tell me what person belongs to that number. And I was about to ship it off and I noticed the lady that won it lives about 5 blocks from me. So I had her husband and her come to the house and pick it up. It was really wonderful to meet her, and it was just really a unusual situation that she would live 5 blocks away. I'd never met her before.
That's awesome. That'll be something she never forgets, I'm sure. Gosh.
Oh my gosh. I mean, I know I was grateful the one time I got to meet you. I couldn't even imagine getting to see your house and, you know, everything. Cause I know you used to do some sort of a Christmas
Christmas
something.
house, yes. For people on my mailing list in Kansas City area. I have not done it since 2020. I may start it up again at some point, but I'm just doing a variety of other right now.
Yeah.
I think I just want to ask this because I want to make sure. Someone said if someone wins that painting, is there any way they can also get it as a custom on a diamond painting? If it's just for that person. I think the only problem that you're going to have with a custom is that once you send that image as a custom to somebody, they now have that image that they'll tell you they'll only do it for you, but it puts it out there in the universe, and then it wouldn't be by Diamond Art Club. Does that make any sense?
Yeah, if anybody makes a diamond painting of it, it would be Diamond Art Club. It would need
Right.
to be because of my exclusive contract with them. And that's a possibility. I have not shown it to Diamond Art Club. I keep getting reflections. There would be a slight possibility want to do a diamond painting kit of it, which would be kind of neat to own the original to a diamond painting kit. You know?
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Allison's asking, did you ever say when the coloring book is going to come out, or can you say?
Well, I wish I had a date because it is totally complete now. The covers are done, the inside is done. And I've mentioned before, Leslie does all the magic behind the scenes here as far as putting the coloring book together. We're working on doing the Amazon print on demand coloring book, which is the first time we've done this. So it's a process of loading it up into their templates and going through their system to make it happen. And because we've not done it before, we're learning as we go. And Leslie is on vacation this week. She's with family members in another state, And if she's watching, hello, Leslie, and hello, Emily, her daughter. So I don't know until she gets back on Friday how long it will take. I'm really hoping it'll be done before Christmas and up for sale. But I will definitely post it on Facebook and put it on the website and everywhere as soon as it's ready.
Yeah, so if you're not following Randal Spangler on Facebook, there's a lot of information that he puts on there that you can see when things are new in the shop. That's how I found out that his book had come out, and ordered it right away when I found out. So yeah, make sure you're following him on Facebook.
And then, of course, I always go to his website like at least once a week. I just I don't know. I just go and I stare at all the draglings and go, I want that one as a diamond painting, and that one and that one. Basically, everything that's on his site, I want as a diamond painting. And I'd be in so much trouble if they put out a whole bunch at once. I'd be like,
well, I've been thinking about the one he's doing right now, because they've got a Thanksgiving one out. They need a Christmas one out.
Mm-hmm. Now, I don't know if you've noticed, the draglings did not have scales on them at the beginning of the hour here. They're kind of smooth looking skin, so I am drawing in the scales right now on here. So that's what I'm working on right now.
Yeah, and you've really added a lot.
As I move along and get the scales drawn in, then I'll go along and highlight each scale to just kind of give it a little dimension and a little more shape.
I love it. That would be cool.
I always like your highlights.
This diamond painting for sure. Pauline says, yes, we need Christmas draglings.
I think one of my favorites of your Christmas paintings, and I think you said you've got one that you said it's not on your website, but that the idea that you had for it was really cute. But I know you've got one where the draglings, Dewey and Dagmar, are making a snowman.
Yes, called Snowman Magic. Mm-hmm. Yes.
I want that one. That one, oh my gosh. That one would be precious.
Well, I give Diamond Art Club access. They can pick and choose any of my pieces they would like to make diamond paintings of. And they usually just ask for a whole bunch, and I have no idea which ones are going to release or when they're going to release them. It always surprises me to see when they're coming out, but the main thing is they just do an amazing job with the colors and the kits that they put out.
Yeah, their renderings are amazing. I was looking at the renderings versus the paintings, when trying to decide what to buy, and you can't tell the painting from the rendering. It's amazing.
A lot of times,
Yeah. Okay. So Gwendolyn says, Randal, I have a burning question as a fellow Navy veteran. I was wondering if you'd let us know what your rating or your job was in your time in.
I was a dental tech. And in the Navy, a dental tech is basically a dental assistant. I assisted the dentist. I cleaned teeth. And I felt like it was a fairly easy job. I was on a ship. It was called a submarine tender, which is a big ship that's in port, and submarines pull up next to it. And this tender reloads the submarines, and they get off the ship and they get their dental work done, and they go to the doctor and those things. So that's what I did. I chose that because when I signed up, and this was a long time ago when there was a draft and Vietnam was still going on, when I signed up, they said you have to pick a school to go to, and there were only about 2 available, and that's the one I chose. So.
All right. And that's funny because you never think. My dad was in Vietnam, was Army, but you never think about, gosh, they're deployed for so long that they're going to need medical care and they're going to need dental care. And how do they do that? That's really interesting to think about, something I haven't even thought about. So.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we had doctors and dentists available all the time. And then, when you stay on the ship, you're just right there.
Gotcha.
In case of any. Mm-hmm.
All right. Well, I am moving and grooving on my painting. I'm like shocked at how far I've gotten. I mean, I'll hold it up. I mean, I was even when I put the picture in for the parade, I wasn't as far, but I'm almost. All I have is
Oh
the
my
top.
You're
gosh.
getting there.
Yeah, looks good.
She's only got that.
That's it.
She's just got that
Yeah.
top part.
Yeah.
This is all I have left of mine. You see the papers? That's it. That's all I've got left on my robot repair, and then it'll be complete. 1094 wanted to know, would the coloring book be available all the way here in the UK?
I sure hope so. That's my goal by doing the going through Amazon with the coloring book, is to make it available around the world. I hope that's the way it works. I wish I knew more, but I just kind of learn as I go. So we will figure that out.
Cheryl has a question for you. She says, I have a question for you, Randal. How does it make you feel to learn how fast your diamond paintings sell out? What is your first thought and feeling upon learning this?
Oh, that's a good question.
It absolutely is thrilling. And I've probably told this little bit of a story before, but when I was a little kid, from second grade on, I knew I wanted to be an artist and that I would be an artist, but I didn't know what an artist did or how an artist made a living or anything like that. And I can't say they taught me that in high school. So I've just kind of stumbled through life doing my art. And I've been really fortunate that people like what I do and buy my art. And it just thrills me because a piece like this just takes me back to Christmas, which is one of my absolutely favorite times of year. Just warm and fuzzy and happy is what I try to put in my artwork. And when I see people get that feeling out of it, it's absolutely thrilling. That's kind of what it's all about.
Yeah, I would be overwhelmed, just like, oh wow. I mean, it's like instant, validation that what you're doing, people are absolutely resonating with and just value so much. So I think that's great.
Yeah, it shows we can't get enough draglings because most people that have gotten some of your artwork have just they're like, they might have started off buying like one or two, and then before you know it, they're like, I want them all. And I'm like, I feel the same way.
Yeah, years ago, there was a man at an art show, and at my art festivals, I would sell originals, but I'd sell a lot of prints of my work, and I would have bins of them. And he had come for years buying pieces, and he made the comment. I don't know if you remember the old Lay's potato chip commercials. You can't eat just one.
Yep.
That's what he said. I can't buy just one.
Nope.
I thought that was fun.
Yeah, I told people, I said, once you, and it's not just necessarily buying your first Spangler, but after you start working on your first Spangler, like there's this entire feeling that comes over you that you just want to recreate, that feeling of childhood, that feeling of whimsy, that just pure joy, and I think that's, you hook them. You hook them in there, Randal, and you get them because we want them all.
Well, and I always like it that there's so much going on in your paintings, because, I don't ever paint on one thing very long.
Right. And as I'm working on this, I have a tendency when I work on my originals, I always start with the easiest thing, the thing that I know how to do. And that's why I always start drawing the dragons, because they're so easy for me to draw now that a few hundred times. But then the things that I don't have figured out yet, such as the design of the paper on the packages, that'll probably be one of the last things I do. And So I just jump around. I was drawing scales, and then I thought, I'm going to jump up to this ornament. So I'm working on shading on this ornament and giving it a little shape. It's so I just jump around, and eventually the whole thing gets done.
I just see how just even just looking at that makes me happy.
Mhm.
And I know I'm going to be sad actually when my robot repair is done, but then I'm going to be happy to get it framed and hung in my classroom and dare any of my students to come near it, because I'm going to be like, don't you mess. There's few things that I will get mad about, but mess with that. We're going to have an issue.
Yeah, I was excited. DAC did send me back my literate dragon that I worked on for them, and I had to send it to them 50% complete. And I was not wanting to send it. I was like, I want to finish this. It's so pretty. And they sent it back, so I'm going to finish it. So I've got it now. So I was excited to get that back to finish.
I do love watching all the pieces in progress. People, the pieces that everyone finishes on Facebook.
Yeah.
It's just really kind of cool to see them, and the ones that do the kind of the special diamonds and just do their own unique thing with it. That's a lot of fun too. And then to see how they're framed. Just today I saw Canine Christmas, the dog Christmas tree piece that someone had just framed and completed, and it was a beautiful frame on it. It looked spectacular.
Yeah. I've actually made friends with the framing lady at Michael's because framing is so expensive. And so she helps me out and tells me when all the discounts are, because, I didn't realize when I started this that framing was so expensive. It really is. But when you have it on your wall and you're going to display it in your home, it's worth it for sure.
I figured, because I would like for, you said you like seeing how people work up, customize on paintings.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna put me big screen just real quick, because I want to show you what I did on robot repair, and then I'm gonna put you back. Okay, let's see. So I have put metallics all in the robots. I put so much bling on this, but I feel like it really makes your painting come alive.
It does. It really has a lot of dimension to it. Yeah, it looks wonderful.
Thank you. Now let me put you back. Let me go small. Okay. I've been loving this so much. I don't want it to end.
I know.
I think that's why I held off on doing those last 3 sections, because I'm just like, I don't want it to be over. Oh Lord, now my dogs. So sorry if y'all hear my dogs, guys. Daddy let them in and they're losing their minds.
I was going to say the wind must be blowing again.
They chase wind, leaves, squirrels. I don't know. I think they see their own shadow when they bark at them. There's something about Dachshunds, or at least my Dachshunds.
It always seems to be the little dogs too. It's funny. Because we had a Chihuahua and she did the same thing.
Oh, really?
Yes, all the time. She thought, seriously, she thought she was the bulldog. And she'd get herself in trouble sometimes barking at other dogs. And it's like, do you understand that dog Pinky can eat you for a snack? And she's barking at it like she's, a big German Shepherd. And I'm like, no, no, no.
Someone wants to apologize to you, Randall. And although I think you can still go get Train of Dreams. Silver Stitches says she feels the need to apologize. She almost bought Train of Dreams with her points, but she ended up purchasing that Art Magic Potions. And she says she's really absolutely sorry. Trust me, you can always go back and get Train of Dreams.
I saw the Magic Potion piece. I've seen it on Facebook, and it's a really cool piece with a lot of great colors in it, though. I'm not sure who the artist is, but it's a very nice piece. Yes.
And it's sold out too. It's
It
like,
has
oh
a
my,
lot of colors.
Yes. Lots of.
Let's see. I was seeing one. Cheryl, I hope he does. Someone wants to know if you're going to join us again in 2023 for the Randal events, for the Spangler events. I hope so. If you have the opportunity, you know.
yes,
Yeah, I really love doing this. Yes.
it's fun.
Oh,
Also, I'm not sure if I have shown this before. And anyone that does color probably knows about this. It's a blending pencil. And most of my artwork career, I have not used a blending pencil. But about 3 or 4 years ago, I finally bought one and tried it. And it really is cool because sometimes, you just want to give a smoother surface to something. And it works really well. So that's something to try if you do colored pencil.
so does it when you buy it, it's called a blending pencil?
Yes. It's by Prismacolor. It just says colorless on it, and I don't know what it's made of. I don't know if it's like a plastic or a rubber, but it's soft enough. It just kind of takes the waxy colored pencil and blends it all together and gives it a nice smooth.
Oh, wow.
Oh,
you might try it. Yeah,
I'm gonna have to look for that blender or colorless Prismacolor.
yeah. It's just for blending. I'm using it right now on the ornament here. Because it's a glass ornament, I'm thinking that it needs to be as smooth as possible. That's what I'm doing. And I'm going to have jewels going around here. I haven't quite figured the colors of them. And then when I'm about done, I will put some much sharper highlights in here. Since it's glass, it's very reflective. So it should reflect the bubble lights.
I can't wait to see those bubble lights come to life because I see the bottom parts if I'm correct. I see the bottom parts of the bubble lights.
Yeah. This will be the little glass tube. And I'm just drawing them from memory. And if I remember right, the most recent bubble lights I've seen, the little plastic bottom where the light bulb is, usually one color on top and one color on the bottom. So that's the way I'm going to make them. And then the colored liquid in them, I may just do a variety of colors, and then it's going to have little bubbles going through it. So
I love it.
And bright, it needs to be bright enough to look like a light. So it's going to be an interesting challenge to make it look like I want it to look.
And it's funny, all that's going through my mind is, okay, where can we put DP with sparklers in that? Because I will tell you one of the reasons why I really, well, first of all, the image is adorable, but the reason I wanted the draggling in the shower is the water. You can see the water coming out of it's a garden hose, but it's got a sprinkler on it. The water sprinkling, and I'm like, that water coming down is all going to be AB drills. They've got original sparklers, so I thought that would be so pretty.
Oh yes, I would love to see that when you get that together.
Yeah,
that could be really. Yeah.
All right, I have a challenge.
Caden wants to know, what is the name of the two dragons in the spring house? Is it Dewey and Dagmar?
Yes. Yeah, that's the two dragons in all of the houses. It's Dagmar and Dewey.
And Silver wants to know what the name of the blue dragling is.
That's Rupert.
Rupert.
Yes.
Real quick, Vanessa, you need to go watch the last video that I did because there's a surprise for you in the last video that I did. So hopefully you will go watch that and see the surprise for you. Chaotic Crafting Vanessa. hopefully, okay. I just happened to see her on here and I was like, hopefully she will be able to get this message. Of course, I've probably just given it away, but
That's okay. She'll be surprised anyway.
hold on. Christine wants me to read her question. Hold on. Christine, I got to go back to where I can see Christine's. Why is it jumping on me? Uh-oh. Okay, hold on. Christine, I'm trying to find you, sweetie. You may have to ask it again because I'm trying to scroll.
I'm looking too. I don't see it.
Because sometimes it cuts off what was asked prior if it was farther up.
Okay, I asked on Randall's post yesterday, but don't know if he saw it regarding Christmas wishes, but I noticed Dagmar didn't have eyelashes and Dewey has 4 balls on his tail. I didn't see pencil marks.
You're talking about the piece I'm working on.
Uh-huh.
You're right. The eyelashes I usually put in last, and you're absolutely right. They both have 4 balls on the end of the tail. I'm going to have to fix that. I'm glad everyone points these things out. Because I might have
Everybody's like, let me look.
I have done that before. This is going to be Dagmar. And this is going to be Dewey, I believe. He's just, obsessed with the cookies and the fudge.
Yeah, because see, Dagmar would be more like, let me look at the decoration some. I have my cookie, but Dewey's like, cookie.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, remind me again, who has 4 balls on their tail and who has 5?
Dagmar has 4 and Dewey has 5.
All right, so Dagmar is in the ice cream in this one.
Okay.
He is in the ice cream bucket coming out of it. I thought that was so cute.
Dewey has 5.
Okay. Yeah. Dewey's eating the sundae and Dagmar is coming out of the ice cream bucket. Okay.
Yes.
Yep, and on mine, Dewey is the one with his hands inside the robot, and Dagmar's right there to help in case Dewey shoves a cookie in the robot, probably. I'm just kidding.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, someone says keeping Randall on his toes now that he has a fandom.
That's right.
You do have your own fandom, I will say. Yes, you have your Dragling fandom. I'm proud to be in that fandom.
Well, it helps to have more than one set of eyes on a piece. When I'm drawing on a piece, I'm just right down here on top of it. So sometimes you're just so close, you don't really see all those little details and things. And maybe by the time it was finished, I might have looked at it and gone, oh, I didn't do it. But, which piece was it? Someone pointed out, I believe it was Kitchen Helpers. I did mess up the tails on that. So.
Hey, Kara, we've got people that have the same way to remember the difference between Dewey and Dagmar. Dewey has 5 letters in his name and 5 balls on his tail.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. I'm a mnemonics person, so that will help me. Dewey has 5. Dewey has 5 in his name. Got it. Okay.
That helps. I did not know that.
Oh, I used to do that all the time as a teacher. I remember teaching my kids about longitude and latitude on a map. And I'm 6 feet tall. People don't realize how tall I am because I'm sitting down in all my videos. And I remember standing in front of my 4th graders going, okay, this is how you're going to remember longitude and latitude. Mrs. Daniels is long. So do your hands like this. Long. I am long. So that is longitude. And lat is flat, latitude. And some kid emailed me when he was in college, and he said, I'm sitting there in a geography college class, and all I could think of is you standing in front of the class going, Mrs. Daniels is long. He said I was laughing.
It worked.
Whatever helps you remember, you know?
Linda received Little Helpers yesterday, and she's totally pleased with it.
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful.
I have a thing that with my physical science kids, when we do exothermic and endothermic. And so, exothermic, the energy is going out. So exo exiting. Endothermic, it's coming in, it's absorbing. So I tell them, I said, just remember, endo, come into dough. You're coming into dough. Energy's coming into dough. And they just kind of look at me like,
okay.
Then they say it on their test. So I know that they remembered it. They'll go into dough.
I will remember that now, but I have no idea what either of those are. So.
Oh, look. Hey, Kerwin too. I don't know if that's Crashly, because that says Kerwin Coal Mine.
I bet it's Crashly.
I always remembered it as latitude is lazy with an attitude. So it's always laying down.
There you go.
Uh-huh. Okay.
That was so funny. I've never heard of it that way. But then again, I'm not good with geography. As my friend Mindy and Sue have told me, I am not good with geography. They got me the other day because I was like, it's funny. Mindy and them are on the same time zone as Tallahassee, but they're way over past Texas, right?
Oh my God.
Yeah, because I thought Michigan somehow was way past, because like I said, I do science and math. I do not do geography. And they're like, no, Brandy. It's straight above you. And I'm like, oh, okay. Because they're like always wondering if I'm going to Michigan, I'm going to take a trip to Texas first and then go from Texas to Michigan.
Brandy always wins the awards at every retreat for taking the longest route to get there. She goes way out of her way and then ends up going. It's funny.
Well, Sue goes, where is Michigan? Yeah, I have found out now where Michigan is, and yet I'm still willing to go to the side and then go up. I just like taking a panoramic tour.
She likes seeing
of the state.
Our answer is it's not the destination, it's the journey, right?
You're right, it is. I was amazed when I drove down to Pensacola. I would do art festivals down there, and that it was in the same time zone as Kansas City. And the central time zone, as I guess as most people know, goes all the way to just about the state line in Kansas, the western state's line in Kansas. So the central time zone is huge.
Yeah, it's big. Well, and I didn't realize, the only time I realized this, and I'm just probably about as good with geography as Brandy is, we were leaving Florida and Marlon informed me that Florida is in 2 time zones. And I'm like, no, it's not. It's central. He's like, no, Kara, there are 2 time zones in Florida. He said, our clocks just changed on our phones and on our clocks in the car. He said, it's 2 time zones. And I argued with him all the way home. Well, yes, it is. It's 2 time zones. I didn't realize Florida was a state with 2.
Yes.
Yeah, I was like, yep, because I have to drive. I have to pay attention to that when I go visit Jasmine. I've done that thing to my phone again, so I'm behind on the chat. So Kara's gonna have to keep up with that because I can't see down below. I can't even. I don't know how. I don't know how I did this to myself again.
What is the blue in the painting? Are you talking about the blue dragon? She said, I'm just going to keep asking, what is the blue in the painting? Oh, the blue. Is the blue the background in the painting?
The background here is a dark navy blue, and I just added the blue jewels to this ornament.
Okay, but the blue is the background in the painting.
Yes,
Okay.
that's a very dark. Yeah, I do watercolor, like this would be watercolor right here, where it's a little lighter blue. The darker area is where I've done the colored pencil on top.
Gotcha.
I like to have watercolor, makes a nice base for the colored pencils. Yes.
Okay. Cindy wants to know, Randall, what did you use before pencils or before Prismacolor took over?
I did drawings with a ballpoint pen. They used to make India ink ballpoint pens. Buy them at the art supply store. I haven't looked for them in so many years. I don't still make them. I think I probably started with Bic fine point Bic pens actually. But I would draw. I do a complete drawing with a ballpoint pen with shading and everything, almost like a pencil. And then I would do watercolor over that to tint it. And I did that for many years until another artist introduced me to colored pencils, and I got addicted to colored pencils. And they took over, and I gave up the ballpoint pen because I was covering it all up.
Gotcha. Yes, I'm wondering that too. Tan 90ful. She said, I wonder why there's so many time zones over there. Here in the UK, we have the same time, whether it be in England, Scotland, Ireland, or Wales. Well, you know what? That makes much more sense to the people in the UK. I wish we had that same system because, yes, it's nice to have the same time, because we'll call each other. And if I call Sue, it's an hour later. So if I think I'm calling her at 8 at night, it's 9 at night, which, she's never asleep. All of us diamond painters are night owls, except for me. I go to bed fairly early compared to most diamond painters, but you get messed up. So I think we should all have the same times. Yes. What kind of paper? Oh, go ahead.
I've got a question for the lady from England or the UK. Do they have daylight savings time like we do? I suppose a lot of people know, but I don't know.
Right. I don't know that either.
Well, I still messed up the time zone. Sue's saying I'm the same as you. Mindy isn't. So Sue's the same time zone as me. Mindy isn't. Okay.
Randall, I know you use like that the brownish type or colored like paper, but what's like the brand name of the paper that you use?
This is made by Crescent. Crescent is a big mat board company. And this is the same thickness as a sheet of mat board. I think they make it a little thinner too, but I like the heavy board. You can kind of, I don't know, it just stiffer and gives you a nice solid surface. Gotcha. And I like tan. It comes in shades of gray, maybe light blues, some other colors that might be fun to work on too, but I like the brown.
Yeah, the colors pop on that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I was watching an art YouTuber, and he was saying that a lot of artists actually will choose to use the colored paper like that because it does something with the shadows. It adds to the shadows and helps with the shading and stuff, where it looks a lot different on white paper than it would on that colored tinted paper.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yes. I think it kind of warms up my artwork too, to have that brownish tone underneath. Just kind of, again, goes back to that warm and fuzzy feeling I try to get in the artwork. And I think it just adds to that.
Yeah. The color, I love that color because the colors really show up on that. I know in talking with Hannah Lynn, she does a lot of watercolor in her drawings and art. And she just talked about the importance of having a good, thick artist grade paper because, it takes more saturation. Like if you're using markers or you're using watercolor, what have you, she likes it thicker. I
agree. It's much nicer to work on. Yes.
Yeah.
One one thing I've noticed with this paper, I would always be working on artwork at my art festivals. And a lot of them are outdoors. So when you were outdoors, when I was outdoors in the summertime, and it was extremely humid, the 90% humidity, this paper becomes extremely flexible and extremely soft. And if it was too humid, I actually could not do my colored pencil on it because it would just sink into the paper. I mean, almost tear up the surface of it because of just the humidity. But indoors, I never have any problem with it. And now, other than if you do the watercolor and colored pencil on top, make sure the watercolor is dry, or you will have that problem of the paper just tearing, or the surface of it tearing. Take the sharp colored pencil across it.
Yeah, she talked about pelling, the paper pelling up a little bit.
Yeah,
and she doesn't like that.
Right.
Okay, Carolyn is asking, when Randal sends his paintings in to be reproduced, does he send that cardboard in and hope they don't lose it?
No, and years ago, many years ago, before digital printing, I would send my artwork I would have it printed at local printers, and they would do the offset, the 4-color process where they print one color at a time. To come up with the final piece. And yes, I would take them the original artwork, and they would actually wrap the piece around a big cylinder, and the cylinder would spin extremely fast, and that's how they would scan your original artwork. But my stiff board was a bit of a problem, and I told them, kind of mist the back of it, spray it with a little bit of water, makes it pliable enough that they could wrap it around there. There was one time the lady said, well, we're going to peel the front surface off of the painting.
Oh, no.
So we can wrap it around this. I said, do not do that. This does not peel. It comes in chunks. So they would have had tried that.
I couldn't even see bending it or misting it. I wouldn't want to do anything to it.
Well, miss the back of it though. It gets pretty flexible, But now everything with the digital printing and scanning, we have scanners. There are companies. If I've got the piece that's too big, you take it to them. You can stand there while they scan it. So no, I don't have to give up the original artwork and let them do what they want with it.
Got it. So I guess you answered Lisa's question. She says, how do you get the pictures from paper to digital format? That's by scanner.
Yes. See, that would give me a heart attack thinking that, because one wrong move and they could ruin the original painting, and then what?
Yeah, I'd be nervous to touch it. Okay, Silver wants to know, how long does it take you to complete a painting, and how do you decide the theme?
Boy, the time it takes to complete, I don't know. I don't think I've ever been able to figure out how long it's taken me to do a piece. I don't sit down and write a log and, I did an hour here and an hour there. I just kind of go back and work on them when I have the time and when I feel like it. I've been working on this, since the first of the month. I just started the drawing of it then. And I worked on it a little bit during the week, but not a lot. So I don't know that I could say. And then as far as the theme, say this piece, even though I have a list of ideas right here in front of me, I just was kind of in a Christmas mood when I looked at this piece of paper. So that's why I'm doing a Christmas piece.
Gotcha.
And see, I like that. I mean, you have, have you always had where, how you have some of your paintings that there's double meanings to it, like your technology ones and stuff like that. Have you always kind of thought in terms of those cute little puns and stuff like that?
Sort of, yeah. Some paintings lend themselves more to that than others. But it's fun coming up with the titles sometimes. It's sometimes the title will come first before a painting. But I like to add that little touch of humor in there if I can.
that's part of adds to the whimsy, and so I like that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I have a question. Do people commission you to do work? And if so, what's the most interesting thing someone has commissioned you to do?
I have done commissions. I don't enjoy commissions unless they say, I want an original painting, do what you want to do.
Okay.
I always, with the commission, I always feel like, well, I hope they're going to like it. I'm not sure if it's quite good enough. I know it may not be exactly what they're looking for. So it just adds a level of stress to what you're doing that I don't enjoy it. Even though I have done a few. I've even did a commission of a painting of a race car, but this was probably 45 years ago or something like that.
Gotcha.
I think a lot of artists probably they do their best work when they can just do what they want, right? I know I've tried to get Chris I'm like, hey, Chris, will you do this, this, or this? And Chris is like, see, if you tell me to do it, it puts a lot more pressure and it's harder.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, so we got questions coming in. Would you ever, or have you ever tried starting a piece digitally?
That digital art is something brand new to me. I know some artists like Rick Lorenz, which is a Diamond Art Club artist, is amazing at it. Even though he's an amazing painter to begin with, he switched to digital and he's got it figured out. I just began experimenting with digital painting earlier this year. So I'm kind of having fun with it though. I haven't started a piece from scratch, a blank sheet, but I have gone in on older pieces, redrawn areas of it, added on to it, like the cover I just did this week, the cover of the coloring book. I had it all set and all prepared, and Leslie says, well, it need another half an inch on each side. Well, we tried stretching the image. Well, that made the dragon look very fat. That didn't work. So I took my iPad with Procreate is what I have used to experiment with digital art, and added that half inch on each side and matched up the texture and the colors and everything. And I think it came out really well. And it's hard for me to even see where I added on to it actually. So I'm just starting to get the hang of it.
Gotcha. Okay. Got a lot of questions coming in. Is Randal a tea or coffee drinker?
I will drink tea, especially green tea. I absolutely love coffee and I love the smell of it and I love everything about it, but it doesn't love me. I don't deal with caffeine. Even the decaffeinated coffee bothers me.
Gotcha.
So fortunately, all I can do is smell it.
But it does smell really wonderful.
Doesn't it? Yeah.
It does. Okay.
That's why I love that you've got, I want to say it's Dewey that is in the latest one that I bought that got delivered here is the coffee one. I can't remember. Morning coffee, I think might be called. And I think it's Dewey that's leaned over the cup just to smelling that coffee. I said, that looks like me in the mornings.
Just trying to wake up. Yes.
Okay. Two other questions, and they're I don't know how long it'll take you to answer each of them, but one of them is, do you ever get artist block? And the other one is, do you ever work on more than one piece at a time?
Yes, there have been times where I don't know, I just couldn't think of anything that was exciting to work on. Over the years, that has happened at times, not a lot. And I do work on a lot of pieces at one time. Yes. I've got some pieces here that actually one piece that's been sitting here for about 2 years. And there's one part of it that I haven't figured out yet. And once I do, I'll finish it. But I like to do multiple pieces because, like I say on this one, I don't have the wrapping paper figured out. So it helps to kind of, and if I don't, when I get to that, I will maybe move on to another piece and work on that and then come back to this. And if you give it enough time, it kind of comes to you and you figure it out.
Kind of like it speaks to you.
Yeah, it does. It does. Yes.
Well, guys, I can't believe it's already 8 o'clock. By the way, I just want to say, first off, thank y'all for everybody being patient with me. I know this is not usually the energy that I normally have. Kara can attest to that. And Kara, my bestie, I cannot thank you enough for having my back and
I
helping
didn't
me.
do anything. We just had fun, and we all just hope you feel better.
Well, y'all, I just want to
Yes.
say, if y'all are new to my channel and you're thinking that this is who I am, is this low key? No, this is not. this is not normal Brandy, just FYI. So if you think, oh man, she's kind of, no, trust me, go watch some of my other videos. You'll see I am not normally this way, but I don't know what is happening with the whole dizzy thing. It almost feels like, what is that you have where the ears messed up and you vertigo. It almost feels like a little bit like that, like it'll just all of a sudden a wave will hit. But I do apologize. And I want to say, Randall, thank you. You have been so wonderful through everything. And so patient. And of course, we just love watching you and hearing about you and your world and the Draglings and their world. So I really appreciate you doing this with us.
I'm like Brandy. I hate for this to end. It's been so much fun.
I just wanted to show, that we're ending here. I gave up on working on the scales. I got a little bored with that, so I switched up to this ornament. And I put the jewels in. I actually took some white paint just a moment ago and added I used an opaque white just to add some little white highlights to the jewels, kind of make them pop, give them a little dimension.
See, oh, those are so cute. I love watching this come together. And guys, don't forget, we do have one more live next week. We will be doing the grand prize giveaway. So one of y'all will get to win that awesome painting, that awesome original painting of Diamonds Are Dragling's Best Friend. Did I get it right?
Yeah, it's a time. That's it.
And guys, don't forget to watch me Wednesday on my Whip and Chat, because on the live next Monday, in addition to the grand prize, we'll be giving away 2 gift cards for DP with Sparkler, so you can bling up a Randal Spangler painting. And
I know that we are enjoying this. And don't forget, though, so we're going to have the live next Monday for the grand prize giveaways. But y'all, we do have, we've got July will be coming up before too long. But who knows? You may see, I don't know, you may see some other stuff between now and then. We'll just have to see. Wink, wink. I'm just going to leave it like that. Wink, wink. So I just want to thank everybody for being here. Please, I am begging y'all, go support Randal. Go, if you have not bought his books, go buy his books. If you have not bought something, like he's got so many things on his site, because there you go. There we go. If you have not bought these are perfect Christmas gifts, guys, and not just for kids either. Hello.
Yeah,
they are perfect Christmas
teachers. I mean, and they're great. I've read them both. I love them.
Yeah, all available on my website, Randal Spangler.
And y'all don't forget, if you buy them on his website, he does sign. He signs the inside covers.
Yep.
They are signed. Yes.
You cannot get any better than that. You really can't. So y'all go support him. Please go. If you see there's some Spangler paintings that are still available and you haven't gotten, although look, there's ones I still want. So I got to make sure they don't get sold out before I can get my hand on one. But by hearting his paintings that might have already sold out at Diamond Art Club, it shows Diamond Art Club how much we love Randal and how much we want his artwork there. The more that we can let Diamond Art Club know that we want his artwork, the more they're going to put his artwork out. So we're his fandom, y'all. We have to show we want Randal stuff. So we want Spangler.
That's right.
And if y'all really like his cat drawing,
yeah, they do like requests at Diamond Art, like from you and know what you're looking for. Yes.
Yes.
So if you want some of his cat paintings, like that cat Christmas one to go along with the dog Christmas one, if you want cat, I know dog tree, and so you got to tell them, hey, we really want to see this. They do listen to y'all's requests. So thank y'all again so much for being here. I really appreciate it. I'm gonna leave you like I always do. Reach for the stars, grab hold on, and never let go. Thank you guys for being here and for all your love and support. And we'll see y'all next week. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.